Okay, I don't really know if it's worth bothering with this or not, because it's Windows XP. I can get a new motherboard online for 15 bucks, it's guaranteed. But it don't come with the processor, so I have no idea if the processor is any good. And you know, I have several bad caps. These right here are all bad, and then over here there's some bad ones. But by the time you get through doing all that, you might as well pay $15 and replace the motherboard. I still don't know what this is. I was told by Bill, who came to visit the other day, that it's the video heatsink, because the processor's right here. You can probably see it underneath there. Now, because I don't have a shop anymore, I got rid of all my stuff, including my heatsink silicone grease and stuff. But thing is, if I get another motherboard, and then if the processor is no good, then I got to go out and get a processor, and you know, and it seems kind of a never-ending battle. But one thing I don't see on this is a number, a model number for the motherboard itself, not the computer. We know what the model of the computer is, and there's like 4 or 5 different numbers that go along. One starts with an H and 80 something or other, whatever, 4-digit number. So but they all say that they fit the GX620, which is what this is. So I really don't know what this model motherboard is. And so what I'm about to do is to pull this off and blow it out, because it's got to come off anyways, whether I got heatsink compound or not. I'm not going to worry about that. That's minor. It's just that everything you want to get, you have to order online, you know. But I'm going to try to take this out. Now, there's a video I'm watching now as to how to remove this motherboard, and I'm not sure how it comes out from the back here. It's pressed up tight against this back in here. I don't know, it looks like it goes through the grate here, so I really don't know. But the first thing I'm going to do is to remove this. Then I'm going to take my air gun and blow this out, because there is a fan in here, even though I don't feel anything going, and it's all full of crap in there. So I'm going to set this on a tripod, and I'll let you watch what I'm doing. This is just another one of these entertainment videos. Alright, first thing I'm going to do is remove these 2 screws. There's one here and one here. Got that one loose. They got to be cleaned out anyways, regardless. Okay. Now, tip it towards the back and lift it out. The heatsink compound is pretty well dried up. Now, on the video I was watching, 3 or 4 commenters say you're using too much heatsink compound. The guy was using too much. I disagree with that. You want to make sure that you cover the entire processor with it. So this all has to be cleaned off here. I don't know if I'm in camera here. This all has to be cleaned off, and here has to be cleaned off very thoroughly. I'll do that after. Actually, it's not all that bad in here with the dirt. what I'm going to do is, off camera, I'm going to blow this dirt out of here. Before I do that, I'm going to unhook this. I took a whole bunch of macro snapshots with my digital camera of every part of this board, so I know where these plugs go. It isn't so much the plugs I'm worried about, it's getting this thing out, because you got all this stuff here. I don't know if I'm in camera view or not, but you got all this stuff around the board, on the perimeter of the board, to get it out. But the power supply don't have to come out, according to that video I was watching, because the board lifts out here, so I don't have to take the power supply out. But I'm not sure, I might not even have to take this out. But first of all, first thing I'm going to do is bring my little compressor out and blow this all out, and I'll be back with you very soon. I'm charging up my compressor again. It's not much good. I should really get the big one out, but it's buried way in the back of the Dorkel shed. Anyways, while that's charging, it'd be nice if I can get this damn thing out of here so I can clean. There's still dirt on the other side. I gotta get this out. Well, I can get it unplugged. I don't know what holds that in there. There's no screws on the other side. I don't want to force it. This is what I'm saying about these things. If you're doing it all the time and you're taking it apart, it's like second nature. But if you've never taken anything like this apart, you know, I usually break things trying to get something out and then find out later it was a simple little catch or lever that I had to lift. There's a little blue thing here. No idea what that is. Alright, it's time to blow that out again. I guess I'm going to have to blow it through here since I can't get this damn thing out of here. Seems like it would just come out. But I don't know what holds that in there. Weird. It's gotta come out, but I don't want to force it. Any time I force something, it'll be when I break it. The plastic is very brittle. I mean, this unit that held the hard drive in, which came out very easily when I went to put it back in, it snapped. The whole plastic just broke right in half. That wasn't on camera. But I'm not going to put a hard drive in here anyways. I'm going to put a laptop, the 449 gigabyte one in here, if I ever get this going. Now maybe I have to take this, front off. Maybe. Need to lift this, I guess. Don't want to break this. The last thing I want to do is to break a clip or something. I don't remember him showing taking this off on that video. Weird. Don't know. I'll just blow it out the best I can. What's the matter, Sammy? Huh? Alright. Well, I got it. Got it pretty clean. There's still a little. Gotta get a smaller screwdriver. There's still a little dust in here. In fact, there's quite a bit of dust in here. Well, we got 1, 2, 3 bad caps here. That's visually. That's visually. Who knows if there are any others? That's 3 there. And the heck is the other ones? Okay, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. But you know, for $15 I can change the whole motherboard, but what bothers me is this thing fits so tight up against the back here. I don't know if I have to remove this or not. The problem is they don't show everything on a video when they disassemble this. I don't remember the guy taking this back metal screening off. You shouldn't have to. The power supply is fastened to this. When he took the motherboard out on that video, this stayed in place, which means that these 3 screws were still in place. This puzzles me. This puzzles me. I don't want to break it. The plastic in this is very brittle. It's old and brittle. And when you snap it, then first thing you know, you got to use duct tape to keep everything together. I don't want to do that. So, I don't see any numbers on the motherboard other than big long numbers. Like one is REV space A00. That's it. Made in China, as everything else is. Then there's a CN-OPY 423-13740-67Q, like in Queen. I think that's a Q. Yep, I think it is. -04RY, Robert Young. RY. I don't see anything. So I don't know if what motherboard would fit in here. But if anything, I'm learning a little bit. All right. Let's see, where am I? I'm way over here. Gotta get that camera over here. Alright, I'm going to try to read the processor here. All you're going to get is the back of my head. So, I'm going to read it to you. This is the strongest magnifier I got right now, other than an iLope. Don't know if I can read that. Intel. It's too tiny. Way too tiny. Sorry, I can't read that. You gotta have a microscope to read that. See if I can do it with my reading glasses and this. A little bit better, but not much. Pentium D. There's a bunch of numbers. I cannot read them. I'm not going to waste a lot of video time. I'm not going to waste a lot of video time trying to do that. What I'm trying to do is, why is this thing's like it wants to come out? You know, what I usually do is break things. You know, when I can't get something out, I take and pry it out with a screwdriver. You know, I'm like a bull in the china shop. You know, I would never attempt to repair a laptop. The most I've ever done on a laptop is replace memory. And like I've got a notebook, and you have to take the whole damn back off in order to replace, you know, upgrade the memory. So I wouldn't even attempt that. But if it's got a little door like the laptops have, a couple of screws, that's not a problem. I can do that. Don't understand it. This is the plug for that. But what the hell is holding this in? Well, that won't affect getting the motherboard out. But I'm not even going to take this motherboard out. I'll tell you why. Because I'm undecided whether I want to spend the $15. With free shipping, it can't go wrong. To get the motherboard, but I don't think it comes with the processor, and I don't even know if it comes with, I guess this is the video. So I would have to swap over these, and I've never done one in my life. I've watched videos on how to do it, and it don't look that difficult. But how do you know they got hundreds of pins on these things? How do you know that they're all making good contact? It's not like the old radios where you spray contact cleaner on them and clean them. You know? Now, if these caps are bad, and this particular model is poor design, you know, no air circulation because you got the hard drive sitting right here, and this fan is blowing through and blowing all the hot air onto the hard drive, and it's not letting the air out of the case. How do I know this thing isn't cooked? If I got this going, it's going to be a Windows XP, and I don't need another Windows XP. I've got a couple of desktops now that are Windows XP. Plus I've got a laptop that's Windows XP. That's the newest laptop I've got. I do not have a Windows 7 laptop. I do have a Windows 7 starter Acer that I bought years ago, 7-inch. Yeah, 7-inch. And then I got a 10-inch Gateway Windows XP notebook that I paid $1 for at the yard sale. But there's screws here. There's one here, screw here, one in this corner. But this fits so damn tight against this back panel. It may lift out, but you got all this in the way. And this. I may have to slide it this way and get it out, which means I have to pull this out, pull this out, pull this out. I blew out the dust. I got to do some thinking on this one. I got to do some heavy thinking. I have here the copy of the numbers on my motherboard, and I made a call. It's a good thing I did, because I was going to order the motherboard and it would have been wrong. On this big long number here, this is the Dell number. That's my number. You're only concerned with PY423. You disregard everything else. The 0, he said disregard. This is the eBay seller, refurbished, $15.50, free shipping. This is the number here. Alright, in this case this is a different number. So this motherboard will not fit in my computer. I called these people up, and they were very, very helpful. Red Planet Trading. And they do not have a PY423 board. So I was going to order this, but these numbers here, I couldn't find anything on my motherboard because I didn't know where to look for them. So I made a call. I said, you know what, I'm going to call these because this sounds like a damn good deal. The story of my life. First of all, the silver heatsink that's near the processor is black and it's tall. So it's different in that respect. So I went and called them, and he says he does not have the PY423, which is what mine is. And he has several sites where he sells motherboards, but he don't have the PY423. So if anybody's looking for that model number, it's going to be on this long number, This one's different than mine, of course, that I read off in the video. And it's going to be disregard all but the last 5 digits of this number. So in other words, this particular number here is an ND237, disregarding everything to the left of it and disregarding all the other numbers. So we're back to square one as far as a cheap motherboard is concerned. On his other auction, this one's $15 with free shipping. It's used but in good condition. It has the silver heatsink that I showed you on the video. But this is a HH807, F8098, and then F80 OF8098. Anyways, this will not work either. And so now if I type in Dell PY423, you can get them from Dell. We're looking on eBay. I already looked at these already. And they're outrageous. I'll be damned if I'm going to pay $49 for one. But there it is, PY423. Now, here is another one for 30 bucks. Here is another one for 42. That's the cheapest I've seen it. $30 was the cheapest I've seen it. And here's another one for $54. So it's not worth putting a new motherboard in there. So I was hoping that I can get away with a $15 motherboard. I would think it would just drop in and it would work. I mean, other than the heatsink differences. But I'm sure there's more to it than that. You know, you'd think the model number would be all the same, motherboards. But anyways, I'm not going to worry about it. It's still an XP computer. I can't upgrade it to Windows 7 because I don't have the disk anyways. It only cost me $3. I'm not going to worry about it, but it's a learning experience. So this video is for your entertainment, but I did want to let you know about those model numbers for the motherboard in case any of you out there are trying to run into the same situation with a Dell. That's how you read the model number. And I just found this out thanks to the Red Planet, the people at Red Planet. So if I ever buy anything, if I can get it, Red Planet's the eBay seller that I will deal with. They were very, very helpful to me. Thank you very much. Oh, by the way, I may in the future try to replace the caps. I counted 2 more bulging caps in there, so I got about 10 or 11 at least bad in there. And it's probably just not going to be worth it. It's a lot of labor, and I don't know the values of the caps without pulling them out and getting a magnifying glass and looking at them. That could be an all-day job for me. Thanks for watching. Have a good day. Stay out of the hot sun.